What up? 大家好，我是唢呐。We're back for a special episode of Busted. On this episode, we are going to introduce to you the top 5 busted moments in American hip-hop.
Yeah.
Some of these people you might know, and some of them you might not. So pay attention, you might learn something. So busted is like the hip-hop term for being exposed.
Oh.
And there are actually rappers in the industry who have been busted like in very embarrassing ways. So let's get straight into it with our number 5.
Hey, can I please talk to my busted babies real quick on me?
DMX called this guy the worst rapper of all time. You remember the movie 8 Mile?
Yeah.
And you remember there's that motherfucker, what's his name, papadoc, right?
Yeah.
He was like the main villain in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And towards the end, the last battle, Eminem battled that motherfucker. Not only did he beat him, he exposed all his secrets. And it turned out not only was he not gangster, he went to private school, and his real name was Clarence.
然后他的那个爸妈也没有离婚。
Yeah! So he turned out to be 真的上课很认真，完全不 gang. This is what happened with Plies. He is the real life Clarence, except his name is Algernon. What the fuck type of name is that?
Yeah.
Hip Hop DX magazine actually exposed him for being just that. 他上课很认真, he graduated the top of his class. The last time he 做坏事 was like after he was already a rapper.
Really?
And it was literally like he didn't pay some parking tickets and he was kind of involved in a shootout, but it was not like he came from the street.
Even me gangster more than him, huh? He only got pocket tickets.
Yeah, even me. I got put in jail for not paying parking tickets. That shit.
那我比较 gay 哦。
So I'm curious, does this guy have a Taiwanese equivalent? Is there a Taiwanese version of papadoc, aka Algernon? It sounds like some like some allergy medicine, you know? Like, oh, 我的喉咙不舒服，要吃一些 Algernon 才会好。But let us know down in the comments down below if there's a Taiwanese version of papadoc. 我真的很好奇。Number 4.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official queens.
Look at this picture. One of the biggest rules in gangster hip hop is that if you're gonna be gang, you need to keep up appearances. If you wake up gang, you eat gang, you sleep gang, you fuck gang, your whole world is gang, son. And the last thing you want is some motherfucker to take a picture like this and post it in front of thousands of people to see. That's exactly what Jay-Z did at the Summer Jam concert whenever he got into a beef with rapper Prodigy of Mobb Deep. So when this happened, the media went crazy. His fans went crazy. People were fucking pissed. But do you know what Prodigy's reaction was?
Yeah?
He was like, that's a good one.
真的假的？
And he calls me. He's like, yo, son, remember that picture that you showed me? I told you that shit was gonna come to haunt you one day. We cracking up on the phone. Me and G just dying laughing like, oh shit, this is a funny nigga. He put the picture up, word.
In gangster hip hop, most people ready to go like throw hands for something like that. But he actually took it in stride. He gave him props.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm finding it funny. It's hilarious to me. Like it's really funny what he did. That was a good one. Like
If that's me, I would have paid.
I'll be pissed as f. Like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know the worst thing is, it's his girl who gave him up. This is during the time when like there was no internet. So
Yeah.
Jay-Z actually had to do some fucking Mission Impossible shit. Find his ex-girlfriend, get his ex-girlfriend to steal the photo, and then give it to him.
Oh shit.
That's what you don't f with Jay-Z, dude. Jay-Z plays for keeps, son. But out of all this, even though it was just a light-hearted gag, what ended up happening accidentally was the start of one of the biggest wars in hip-hop. But that's a whole other episode we'd have to talk about another time. Let us know down in the comments down below if you'd like to hear about the war between Nas and Jay-Z. Number 3.
Lebanese head to her knees, please. If you ever need a bachelor from Ebony, just rock.
Nick Cannon was off to a really good start. He was starring in movies, he had his own TV show, but now he is whack as fuck.
Yeah?
In fact, he's officially unemployed at home with COVID
Really?
as of last week. Unlike the rappers that we mentioned before, he didn't get busted. This motherfucker busted himself.
Really?
And it all started when he tried to pick a fight with a Mike Tyson of hip hop.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Oh.
Ain't no coming back, that's a fact. This the invitation. Told Joe to lean back, don't get hit with this retaliation.
Now, most people might think, well, if you pick a fight with Eminem, Eminem's gonna fuck you up. Like, he's fucked up lots of people before.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon tried to pick a fight with Eminem, and Eminem was like, oh, whatever. Man, one of you guys like send my water guy. So this all happened around a girl. Nick Cannon was married to Mariah Carey, and Eminem said one little thing in a verse about Mariah Carey because they were together for a few seconds a long time ago.
Locked in Mariah's wine cellar, all I had for lunch was red wine, more red wine, and Captain Crunch.
And Nick Cannon took issue, tried to come after him, and it didn't fare too well. Yeah. In fact, Eminem just sat back and watched while his fans fucked him up.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking embarrassing.
Nick the custodian broom, stick in your orifice, skip rope when your fallopian cord is ripped.
And then, when he realized he couldn't get anyone to have sympathy for him, he tried to play the race card. He tried to call Eminem a racist and tried to even get this motherfucker canceled. And then you know what happened at the end? He got canceled.
What?
For racism.
Really? Why did?
He was a host of a podcast, and he said some about Jewish people that Jewish people in the rest of the world didn't take too well.
Whoa.
So then immediately he was gone. It went all full circle, and you did it to yourself, Nick Cannon. So in the words of the great Dave Chappelle,
Nick Cannon, Dave Chappelle.
So, what lesson have we learned from this? Just because no one's trying to bust you doesn't mean you can't bust yourself. So make sure you keep your shit together. Number 2.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb, huh?
Now we mentioned before that some of the people on our list got busted by other rappers, some people got busted by magazines, and the guy before even busted himself. But this guy takes the cake by getting busted by the biggest, most baddest gang there is.
Yeah?
The FBI.
FBI, open up!
Oh.
Tekashi 6ix9ine got brought in by the feds and was busted. And when they pulled him in court and said, "Tell us what you know," he was like, "Oh, it's not me. I just hired these people. They actually work for me. I'm just the talent. I'm just the mascot."
Really?
You know what I mean?
He paid those people. He paid those
He
gangsters?
paid for his street cred.
What?
The Bloods were on his payroll.
What?
And he sold them out, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
So eventually, as everyone knows, he got out last year.
Yeah.
So I ask you, Awe, if you've been in prison for 18 months, what's the first thing you would buy when you got out of prison?
A lot of girls.
A lot of girls. I'd probably give me like a my way thing,
Yeah.
and then a couple of girls too. But you know what he bought? $3 million worth of beef.
That's a big barbecue party.
Seriously, and the worst thing is you spend $3 million on a barbecue party and the guy don't even want to come to your party. This nigga wrote an email to rapper Lil Durk. It was like, "Hey man, you think maybe we could like make some beefsteak together, you know, make it seem like really a show and be like we'll be gang together."
Yeah.
And Lil Durk is like, "Fuck you nigga, I'm vegan. I don't even eat carbs, nigga."
That bitch ass nigga label called me. Talking about they'll give me $3 million to keep trolling with this nigga, right? They did, man. I never turn my back on the streets. So I ain't gonna never respond to this nigga ever fucking again, right?
He busted this fool, letting everybody know that 69 was trying to buy him for some fake beef.
What?
What kind of shit is that?
That shit is wild. And if that's not enough, as most people know now, he's been in an ongoing beef with one of the best rappers in the game, Meek Mill, and it ain't doing too well. And now he's just a troll. People don't even take him seriously in the hip hop world.
Right now he's a butcher.
He's a butcher.
He's so big.
He's like, "Hey, what is the beef?" You know. So the moral of this story is, if you want to get high quality beef, just go to Costco because it's cheaper and you get that shit in bulk and it lasts for days, son. Our number 1.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world feel it.
Had all of the perfect ingredients to be the best. She was beautiful, she could rap, she could sing, she even had one of hip-hop's most respected names in her corner as her mentor. But somehow, this talented woman went from having a song that just surpassed 1 billion views on YouTube to doing fucking food reactions. Food reactions!
I mean, yes.
What's the deal here?
No, but like a lot of girls do banana reaction video.
They do banana reaction video, but that could be just because they have no other option. This girl single-handedly eliminated all of her options. It's like if you give the girl the keys to the kingdom and she keeps losing the key and she accidentally sets the castle on fire. You know what I mean? She failed and busted herself in the most miserable way. And this girl is Iggy Azalea. What do you think this blonde-haired, Australian gorgeous girl did to fuck up her debut in the hip-hop scene?
他一定说那个哈，
Oh, nigga, yeah. You're thinking, yeah, she must have did it anymore because black people just don't really like it when you say that.
Yeah.
No, she didn't do that. She went one step higher.
Yeah.
She called herself Slave Master.
Serious.
I'm dead serious. In her first mixtape, the first time you hear her voice, she says these words.
Finish line with the fire marks. When it really starts, I'm a runaway slave. Master.
Wow.
That is a hell of a way to make an entrance. But people forgave her because she had T.I. on her side.
Yep.
T.I. was backing her, he was mentoring her. So she already got 1 second chance. Now, did she play it smart? Did she try to navigate properly and play her cards right? No. Even after 4 Grammy nominations, talking about, I'm the best, can nobody write as good as me? What does she do? Iggy Azalea goes to the biggest, most respected hip-hop show, Sway in the Morning. And everybody knows when you go to Sway in the Morning, you only need to bring one thing.
When you come to Sway in the Morning, you must have bars.
So she gets there, T.I. is there, her mentor, and Sway drops the beat.
Give me a beat, Wonder.
Oh, a beat.
What does she do? She suddenly forgets why she's there. She's, huh? Drop the beat? What's going on? So Sway, a patient man he is, reminds her,
Man, just give us a hot 16.
yo, you know, you're here to give bars. We're here to see what you got. 4-time Grammy nominee Iggy Azalea. Drop it. And then she starts to say, oh, the beat is whack. Choose something else.
I cannot give you a hot 16 to this hood-ass beat.
You don't like that one?
No.
You know.
Sway being a patient man, it's like, okay, we'll find you a beat. We're gonna get some bars.
We'll find you a beat. We don't do this.
So then, Sway, the courteous man that he is like, I don't wanna waste your time, so how about you just freestyle a cappella style?
You do it over
I'll
beats.
find you a beat. You want to do it a cappella?
Hesitantly, she starts to freestyle. Now, what happens next is what I would consider the most embarrassing moment I've ever seen on Sway in the Morning, hands down. And take note of where T.I. is and where T.I. isn't.
He got a house on the hill, sits in the valley. Said he trying to move on with life, but he still want to be a good daddy. Hop out his new whip, fresh in some new shit. Damn, she is too thick. Who is this? Yeah, I'm his new bitch.
That's terrible.
After this clip was made public, it went viral instantly. Every media outlet, every news outlet, every social media outlet was talking about this. Every question out of everybody's mouth was, is Iggy Azalea really a rapper? Can she really write her own rhymes?
所以他真的那都是他自己写的嘛，他的歌啊。
That was her thing, and she was always saying like, everything I put forth is me.
Yeah.
But when you saw that, it was like, it's like even T.I. was like, he was doing the fucking dance. It was like, I don't know where I am. Now, if any other rapper had done this, if it was a dude rapper, his career would be done, son. With Iggy Azalea, with that face, them eyes, it was like, give her another chance. So, this girl has gotten so many second chances. Call yourself a slave master? That's okay. We'll give you a pass. Talking a fake black accent? That's okay. It actually is a pretty good accent, actually, and she speaks it pretty well.
Go watch is everything.
Yeah, we'll give you a pass. Bomb on Sway in the Morning, the most legendary hip-hop show.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
That's all right, maybe she was nervous. After all this, you'd think that every single person who would be against her would be trying to destroy her. Maybe it's the FBI, maybe it's rival rappers, maybe it's even the media. The last person you expect to destroy you are the people who love you the most, your fans. After her Sway in the Morning fiasco, all of her fans immediately came to her defense and started digging deeper to not only find out more about her, but to prove to the world that she is the real deal.
Yeah.
And the one thing that sank her battleship is the one thing that sinks everybody.
Yeah.
Goddamn tweets. They pulled up old tweets of hers where she said racist shit not only about Asian people, about Mexican people, and she even said some homophobic shit about gay people too. And that is one thing that no matter how bulletproof you think you are, the PC police will get you. So, when these tweets got dug up, her career went. T.I. deserted her. Her label deserted her. Her fans still stuck around for her old shit, but for the most part, they ain't really following her either. In fact, she hasn't had a hit song in the past 6 years. So now she's stuck to, you know, doing candy reactions on YouTube.
It's not disgusting.
Really?
That is a very hard fall, which is a shame because she's actually really, really talented. She has a really good voice. Now, all the people we mentioned before, they were okay, they were good at a few things, they had their respect, but this girl had everything, and she dug her own grave.
Yeah.
So, let this be a lesson to all you future rappers out there. Lesson number 1, 不要装 gang. Number 2, hide your goddamn embarrassing child photos. Lesson number 3, if you're in America, don't pick a fight with Eminem. If you're in Taiwan, don't pick a fight with Xiongzai either. That's just signing your goddamn death wish. Lesson number 4, don't be a snitch and don't buy beef, especially US beef, because they got some weird shit in there. And the final lesson, and the most important, the one that can bury you, delete your goddamn Twitter account. So if you want to be a rapper, especially if you're in Dashiha Sidai, do your best to follow these 5 rules and try not to get busted. That's all for now. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace!